Good afternoon, folks. This is just a word of update for you on quick and dirty introductions. August has proven fuller than I expected, with lots of writing that's been under contract, and I haven't been able to block out time to finish drafting the first episode. I am, however, working through technical issues that I needed to resolve ahead of recording, thanks in part to the wonderful Jax of Goral Stream Team. Follow the links in the description and subscribe to her and her partner Sleet's YouTube and Twitch channels. So I'm confident I'll be able to do two videos, as promised, starting in September. So, now, here is a quicker introduction. In the wake of yesterday's podcast recording on Emperor Tolbu, to Admiral Henry Haywood Bell. Bell was born in Orange County, North Carolina in 1808 and joined the Navy in 1823, spending a significant amount of time outside of the U.S. When the Civil War began, he remained loyal, serving as a fleet captain of the West Gulf Blockading Squadron under Admiral David Glasgow Farragut, another loyal Southerner. Attaining the rank of Commodore during service along the Mississippi River, he was sent to command the East India Squadron, which became the Asiatic Squadron, in July 1865, being promoted to Rear Admiral while still in East Asia in 1867. Bear in mind, part of the point of a naval squadron in foreign waters was to compel compliance to things like unequal treaties, which is why Bell was in Japanese waters in early 1868, on the eve of the Boshin War. Hyogo, what we now know as Kobe, was about to open to foreign visitation, and the squadron was there to ensure that it was opened per the terms of the unequal treaties. On the 17th of the 12th month of KO 3, 11 January 1868, Admiral Bell boarded a barge and headed upriver to the temporary U.S. consulate in Osaka to pay his respects to American diplomat R.B. Van Valkenburgh. Van Valkenburgh's message to Secretary of State William H. Seward related the events that followed. On the 8th instant, Admiral H. H. Bell, in his flagship the Hartford, accompanied by the Shenandoah and Iroquois, came up to the anchorage near the fort in this city. The wind was blowing very fresh, and the sea was high upon the bar at the mouth of the river which enters the bay of Osaka at the fort. On the 11th, this wind had somewhat abated, although the sea was still rough, and the Admiral at 9 o'clock in the morning, accompanied by Lieutenant Commander Reed, flag officer of the squadron, left his ship in his barge with 13 sailors, with the intention of paying me a visit at the temporary legation. On reaching the bar and in attempting to pass it, his barge broached to in the heavy sea which was running and capsized, and the Admiral, Lieutenant Commander Reed, and 10 of the sailors were immediately drowned. The accident was observed from all the vessels lying at a distance of nearly or quite a mile from the bar, and they immediately lowered their boats and sent them to the rescue, but succeeded in recovering alive but 3 of the sailors, and those in an exhausted state. Search was immediately made for those missing, but the surf was running so high and the wind was blowing so strong that it was almost impossible for the boats to live in the gale. However, the officers and men vied with each other in the attempt to rescue their officers and mates." End quote. By 1 p.m. that day, Bell's body was found, due in part to the shogunate's assistance in the search. The following day, Itakura Katsukiyo wrote to Van Valkenburgh to communicate the shogun's respects and condolences. Itakura was a senior shogunate functionary, as well as the daimyo of Matsuyama domain in Bichu province. Quote, January 12, 1868. I have the honor to communicate the following to your excellency. The tycoon was exceedingly grieved on learning that an accident had happened to one of the boats of your country yesterday, the 11th day of January, 1868, on the coast of Osaka, and that the Admiral, 1 officer, and several men were drowned, and sympathizes with you most sincerely. My regret and sorrow are beyond expression at this sad event. I have been instructed by the tycoon to communicate the above to you, and regret that, owing to a great pressure of business, I am unable to call upon you in person. With respect and consideration, Itakura Iga no Kami. End quote. On the 14th, a funeral was held for the Admiral. An engraving ran in Harper's Weekly in early April. Here it is. I'm going to read the caption from the U.S. Navy. Funeral of the late Rear Admiral Henry H. Bell of the Asiatic Squadron of the United States Navy at Hyogo, Japan, January 14, 1868. Engraving after a sketch by Frederick G.S. Melbier, published in Harper's Weekly for April 1868. Rear Admiral Bell was drowned in a boat accident off Osaka, Japan, on 11 January 1868. U.S. Navy ships present are, from center to right, USS Shenandoah, USS Hartford, squadron flagship, and USS Oneida. A Japanese sampan and U.S. and British barges are also present, with that in the left foreground flying the chaplain's flag from its stern. Photograph courtesy of U.S. Naval History and Heritage Command. End quote. And that is the story of one early American admiral's death on the cusp of the Japanese Civil War. Within Japan, it got pretty quickly eclipsed by that war, and today, the admiral's most enduring legacy is being the namesake of 2 U.S. warships. He wasn't the only noteworthy American naval officer in Japan at the time. Alfred Thayer Mahan and William Barker Cushing were there too, but he was, at the time of his death, the most noteworthy. One more character to the story to round out your understanding of the international aspects of the Boshin War's prelude. That's all for now. Quick and dirty introductions will be coming to you in full soon. Thank you for watching, and remember, to keep me working for you, sign up today to be a patron at patreon.com/riversidewings. Thank you for being the wind beneath my wings.